Polls are going to be closing in Maine in a moment, but we're going to break down the breaking news on the California governor's race right now with our friend Ali Velshi. Ali, what's the upside here? What's happening?
Well, the breaking news that Steve Hilton will advance. Steve Hilton and Javier Becerra. It was election night that we knew Becerra was going ahead. Steve Hilton will now advance to face him off in the election. Tom Steyer effectively out of the race at this point. Here's how we came to this conclusion. 88% of the vote is in now across California, but we got vote in from three major centers. Los Angeles almost done now, 98% of the vote. Tom Steyer coming in second there. Not much vote to come in left in L.A. Sacramento's now at 93%. Tom Steyer is running third there, but that gave us a lot more information because Steve Hilton coming in second there. And Fresno is the third big county that we got tonight. Only 82% of the vote in there, so still a lot more to come in. But based on Tom Steyer's performance at this point in the counties that have come in and the remaining vote that's left, he's not going to be able to catch up to Steve Hilton. So we can now say that Javier Becerra, the former Attorney General, and Steve Hilton are going to advance to the primary in California. As you said, Michael, we are expecting votes in from Maine. We've got some votes in from South Carolina already. There's actually a number of primaries. Most eyes tonight are on Maine and Graham Plattner, and not just sort of how folks in Maine are voting, but how that's going to affect the national conversation and the race to the Senate. So we'll be we'll come back and talk about that when next we talk.
All right. Ali Velshi at the big board giving us the latest on California with Maine to come. Thank you, Ali. Appreciate it.
Our pleasure.
Yeah. Maine, California. Well, California is interesting because I think, just real quick on that, all the noise that Republican is in the number 2 slot. It's going to be, on the ballot box.
They always find a way.
Was that rigged? I think it was rigged. I think we need to look at that election because, at one point Steyer was in the lead. Imagine that. After all that time, when was this election again?
It was last Tuesday.
Last Tuesday. And so it took all that time and all that. So it was rigged in one race, but not in the other. This is how stupid it is, people.
The argument falls apart. I mean, Michael is making a very good point. The argument falls apart. We will see. It was Steve Hilton, actually, today that was supposed to hold a press conference in California to talk about the quote-unquote slow balloting process in California. I'm using air quotes for the people listening. And now he's advancing. We'll see what he has to say about this tonight.
Right.
I would just say on Maine, Alicia, what I'm watching for is the people of Maine are going to get the say about who the Democratic nominee is. And lots of consternation last week about how, Democrats should do this, do that. The Maine voters are going to get to say who they want to go up against Susan Collins. And I'll be waiting to see what their verdict is.
What do you think that's going to tell you?
I think it'll tell me that they are thinking about winning. They're thinking about power. And frankly, people always, our Republican friends, led by Michael Steele in the past, they have been very good at thinking about power. The entire Republican Party has had a power project for longer than I've been alive. Democratic institutions and leaders oftentimes have put the morals and the ethics ahead of the want for power. In this situation, there are many people that have said...
That's clear.
Well...
They didn't do that this time.
And there are people that have said, well, look, we don't like what we're hearing, but we want to win. And it's an interesting conversation to have.